Okie dokie. Okie dokie then. We're gonna do some more UI work today, so it's gonna be super boring and frustrating. So don't watch. Do not watch. Get set up here. Okay. I think we're good. We good? What else have I forgotten to do? I've forgotten to zoom to my mouse. Zoom to mouse. Let me check. I need to check and make sure my videos are in the right category. What category are we in? Okay, it always defaults to entertainment, even though I have it set. It seems like the, I don't know if the SE Live category thing is working. It always goes to entertainment instead of gaming. Which that's, you know, that's doing a lot of heavy lifting. Entertainment. Yeah, they're all entertainment. Okay, so I changed it to gaming. We'll see if that does any different. But I think that's more representative of what this is. But yeah, we're working on gaming. Or not gaming. Yeah, we are working on gaming. But I am working on more UI stuff. So I finally got the other fucking thing to work. I should probably have a sound on scroll, right? And I refreshed interaction and my the hit thing didn't work. So I'll need to fix that. Let me figure out what the hell I'm doing here today. Yeah, so that works for like, so if I'm looking at him, I hit escape. Now the talk goes away until I look away and look back. Okay, yeah, we can't have that. Can't have that. So that sort of worked. Force end interaction. We should probably just like do update interaction trace, right? Yeah, and then we should probably, let's set the interaction. Set interaction trace hit result to empty. That way it properly. Oh my god, if I crash one more time just because I'm compiling some random blueprint, I'm gonna be I'll be slightly annoyed. that's what'll happen. And you won't like me when I'm slightly annoyed. Good morning, though, everyone. Good morning. Working on some UI today, so not super there we go. Now it works. Okay. Well, that one didn't. Okay, so the talk should be not showing right now. That should be not showing. What the freak? Update interaction. Do I need to refresh interaction at the very end as well? Dude, okay. I hate this. I hate this. What is what's null here that's like getting angry when I probably the pawn here. I would have to guess. Probably the pawn. Excuse me. I'm yawning. Okay, we got to rebuild. Welcome in though, everyone. Good morning to you. Or good afternoon, wherever you may be. I'm doing some game dev today. Doing some game dev. Two pro gamers, welcome in. There's two of you, huh? Interesting. But yeah, I'm working on a RPG Colony Sim Roguelite. I'll show off the game here a little bit instead of just staring at UI. So I have like procedural terrain. That's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know what seed. Let's just pick a random seed. 322. We'll go 323 here. Yeah, so it's going to be RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural terrain. And this is the middle of the ocean, so this isn't that exciting. I don't actually have water in yet, so the ocean is just all flat. So let's try a different seed. 324. Oh, there we go. There's a somewhat interesting seed here. Pretty flat terrain still, so not super interesting. Spare me. Spare me. Here's the world map. And so these are all like procedurally generated zones. Each pixel on here is a terrain chunk. And so each terrain chunk kind of gets its information as to what it should render. See, there's one chunk right there. Each terrain chunk gets its information as to what it should render from this map. And each one of these zones, it has like a name. Like this is Ashen Bloom Ridge. This is Frostglow Bastion. These are all like AI generated names as well. So they don't really make sense all the time, but some more work to do there. Broken Citadel, you know, Phantomwood Basin, which all sound like really cool names, but they don't really represent what's in the zone at all at the moment. I plan to pass that information to the AI so the AI can name it more effectively. Frostglow Bastion apparently is the zone we're in right now. It's apparently the zone we're in right now. And I've named these zones because like I want them to be like distinct areas and stuff like that. Like it's not like Minecraft where, you know, the biomes just kind of like come and go. You know, they just kind of like seamlessly blend into each other. And they're not really like a zone, right? And to help encapsulate that, I've put some mountains, like border mountains along the edges. And I got this idea from like Vanilla WoW, right? As I'm sure you can tell that I'm influenced by. And so there's like these white dots, which are these zone entrance points. And that's how you get from like zone to zone. And so you'll have to kind of like find the entrances and exits. I have dynamic tree chopping. So, you know, wherever your axe connects with the tree is where you'll chop it. And then when you get all the way through, you will chop the tree. And you'll get some wood. I've got some little building, cute little building system here. So little bits of survival elements in there as well. Oh, I broke the interaction trace. Okay, that's good to know. Still worked though, which is good. Let's try a better seed. Let's try to find a gooder seed. Give me something more gooder. 325. And so I will have. Here we go. Here's a nice looking seed. There we go. Look at that. This is a massive zone. This is one zone. Holy shit. Here's the edge of one zone. That mountain range right there. Okay, so this, I only have like 2 biomes right now, which is why it's like spawned in the same, basically the same looking place. Let's get up here and like look around for a second here. Hello, sir. I would show the AI generated quests, but I'm working on the UI for it right now, so I can't actually, I don't have a way to generate one in game at the moment. I'm in a zone called Whisper Storm Hollow. Oh, and right next to us is the Beggar's Alley of Poverty. Again, the AI generated zone names aren't exactly super perfect. Yeah, this terrain noise has more features to it. More features to it. I still want a better one. We can do better. So like, yeah, the forest that we're looking at is like my default biome. And we have 3D noise, right? So we've got the caves and the overhangs, you know, a la Minecraft. There will be some ore down there eventually and some monsters. Okay, here's an example of a zone entrance chunk here. One of these two was a zone entrance chunk, and so that like splits the mountain range, and so that's how you get from one zone to another. I still need to blend the textures there. I haven't done that yet. But it's the same biome there. Let's see where we're at. There's my talent tree. If you're curious. Pale Moon Glade. And then the other one is called the Diplomat's Embassy of Peace. So yeah, I'm just running around showing off the procedural generation here a little bit. The game, again, it's going to be like RPG, Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural destructible terrain and AI generated quests. Pretty much all of that except for the roguelite I have some proof of concept in. I do have the destructible terrain, like, it's possible. It doesn't work well at all. It needs a lot of tinkering because it does not work well. But it does work. You have heard of me. You're by no doubt the worst developer I've ever heard of. And the AI generated quests I do have, basically I take my entire item database and like every single thing that's spawned into the world and I just dump it into a prompt. And then I send that prompt to the Gemini API because it has like 1 million context window. And 1 million tokens is like 4 novels, right? Like you could fit almost all of Game of Thrones in there, you know? So it's, and it's also very cheap. So that's why I do that. But here's the zone entrance chunk. And so when you're in a zone and you're looking for like, you know, the next zone, these mountains do a really good job of like making it exciting, I think, because you'll like kind of like you'll see a break in the mountains, and this one looks the same, but you'll be used to this zone that has like very flat terrain features, and then you'll look over here and you'll kind of cross the threshold. Let me stand up on this little mountain here, and you'll notice the texture changed. Hopefully the texture will change more dramatically, right? So think something like Vanilla WoW, and how those zones change, like, you know, going from like Barrens to Ashenvale. It goes from like a African Sahara type zone to like an enchanted forest type zone. So it's a really cool moment. But yeah, because the biomes are the same, it's not that awe-inspiring. And then here are my caves. Nothing exciting down here yet, but we will do that. I want to do some procedural dungeons as well to find underground. And I would absolutely love, I have no idea how successful I'll be at it, but I would absolutely love to get some Legend of Zelda-esque puzzles, like procedural Legend of Zelda puzzles in here as well. Any reason you picked a left-handed character? It's just for that one. Just for that one. It's just which socket I decided to attach it to. Because the animation is, the axe animation is my own animation that I made, which looks terrible. And if I attach it to the right hand, it looks even worse because it's just like flailing all over the place. So, this some startup. Nope, just me. Just me. Oh god. Oh, he's a caster. I wasn't ready for that. Casters are actually kind of hard to fight. There we go. A little bit of combat there too. I think the caves are starting to look kind of good with the lighting changes I made. They do kind of like stand out a little bit more because the atmospheric fog is poking through a little bit there. Mushrooms, some floating mushrooms. Just like have a bite, cover some health. Yeah, we can do. Let's try out one more seed before we get to work here. Yeah, I'm working on UI today, so it's not that fucking exciting. Oh, this is a bad seed, middle of the ocean. I did have water in the game before I did the 3D noise terrain, because it was just I just had water on like a flat plane, so it was kind of like almost like Valheim, you know. So, but I had to get rid of it because with the caves, it doesn't really make sense anymore. Oh, I'm gonna fall right in that cave. Oh, this is such a cool. This is now here we have some very cool terrain noise here. This is a nice seed. Good seed. We have a fucked up rain chunk, though. What are you doing? That's not right. Sub to see where you take this. Looks awesome. Hell yeah, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Loved Valheim. This looks very smooth. Yeah, I love Valheim too. It's a great game. Definitely want to... I'm probably falling right now, aren't I? No? Well, I just spawned literally... Yeah, so I'll need to massage the spawn points a little bit. Oh, okay, now I'm falling. Of course, the second you say it looks very smooth, it gets all choppy. But yeah. Fatal error? What? What is this? Oh my god. What kind of line trace am I doing?